It's easy to miss. Day after day, we wake up, go to work, and live our lives, and have no idea the injustice taking place in our community. Thousands of men, women, and children forced into modern-day slavery.
And my trafficker was very, very abusive. One of my punishments should be with a cable. It's a television cable. And this is one of the scars that I got from that. I have to take off my clothes, and she had to pour water on my skin, and she would beat me in front of her kids.
Evelyn was just a child herself. She was only 9 when her uncle sold her into domestic labor.
There were times that I would go for like 2 weeks, I didn't eat. I didn't have no bed to sleep. I was sleeping on the floor. I never went to school. I never had no friends.
Evelyn's story is just one of so many that takes place in the United States each and every day. Kids and adults trafficked into the country and forced to work in all sorts of professions.
So here in the United States, there's a lot of instances of people being in various forms of exploitative or forced labor that happens, all across the United States in places where people would least expect it, in factories, on farms, in restaurants, and in brothels.
Trafficking just has no color, it has no, gender face. There is no age, and it is very challenging to unfold. But the most important thing to understand is that it is modern-day slavery.
The fact of the exploitation is not only horrible for them, it's intolerable for us as a society that such things should occur. It destroys the fabric of, what we are as a country.
But trafficking does happen every day, and stories like Evelyn's are becoming more frequent. Evelyn still deals with the trauma of her 8 years in captivity every day. The physical scars are evident, but what you can't see are the emotional scars, wounds that run far deeper and will take far longer to heal.
But I think they really have shown severe bouts of depression, suicidal ideation, and then on the flip side, I've seen kids just relieved that they were able to tell their story, someone heard them, and they're in a safe place.
Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service is that safe place. LIRS and its partners like Lutheran Social Services work tirelessly to rebuild the lives of those impacted by trafficking and to give the victims a voice and a second chance. It is our goal to continue to speak out and raise awareness, to continue to make a difference, to save lives, one person at a time.
That's probably the biggest and greatest first thing that we can do, is just expand knowledge about it. The second is to make sure that that the victims of trafficking are protected and helped, because then it creates confidence as people are sharing information through informal networks, that if you do come forward, you're going to be kept safe and you're going to be helped.
Doing nothing is not an option. Evelyn says she wouldn't have survived without this help, and there are so many more like her that still desperately need our support.
I would have been homeless because I had nobody else. I would have been homeless, or there were times I was thinking of committing suicide. Several times I was thinking of just killing myself. So probably dead, either homeless or dead. I always talk about Lutheran Social Services, that was kind of like a home for me.
Victims of trafficking often keep silent due to fear. Evelyn is one of the few who continues to tell her story. Currently a university student set to graduate next year, she is a success story. But she will never forget what happened to her, and she is committed to putting an end to human trafficking.
My goal is I want to finish school. I want to, talk more about trafficking. It's part of me. It's part of my life.
Join Evelyn in the fight against human trafficking in our communities and beyond. It is only through community support, awareness, and advocacy that we can begin to make a difference. Make the first step and visit our website to learn how you can help end human trafficking now.